With us here at 4, I'm Devin Skillian in for Karen Drew. Topping today the news, a massive move by the UAW. Union President Shawn Fain saying in a social media update that the union is now targeting more than 30 Stellantis and General Motors locations, a move affecting about 5,000 workers at parts distribution facilities. The union right now not targeting Ford with these new strike moves. Fain says the union has made some progress with Ford over the past week, but that there is still quite a ways to go. Ford releasing this statement about the talk, saying our focus is on negotiating a deal that rewards our employees, allows for the continuation of Ford's unique position as the most American automaker, and enables Ford to invest and grow. We have more work ahead of us before we can reach an agreement. When it comes to General Motors and Stellantis, union leadership has been very unsatisfied, obviously, with the amount of progress made, prompting today's moves. Sean Lay outside one of those targeted GM facilities. He's at the Pontiac Distribution Center. Sean.
Pontiac Distribution Center, and folks walking out off the job at noon today, even a little bit before noon. Of course, in the first few hours of a strike, lots of enthusiasm. Unclear how long this one will go. This place was out in 2019, Devin, for 45 days. So a lot of the people you see with signs here were involved in that strike as well, saying 45 days was pretty long. Things started getting pretty tough at the kitchen table paying the bills. But Devin, as you mentioned, UAW today, here and across the country, hitting GM hard and Stellantis, and no new action against Ford. Here's the latest.
No contract, no parts!
Local 4 cameras are here as the very first UAW workers walked off the job even before the noon starting time here at GM's redistribution center in Pontiac. No one here telling us they were surprised when UAW head Shawn Fain read off the list of GM and Stellantis facilities the UAW is now calling on to strike. UAW head Shawn Fain calling on UAW members to strike 38 GM and Stellantis facilities across 20 states, including several here in Metro Detroit. No new action is being taken against Ford. Fain says talks there are moving forward. The major sticking points with GM and Stellantis are focused on wage increases. In some cases, the UAW wants more than a 40% wage increase and decreasing work hours to a 32-hour work week.
Job security, there's a lot. Wages, cost of living allowance, I mean, the list goes on and on. Retirement security, I mean, they've really not answered any of those things.
Back here live on the picket line here in Pontiac. Everyone here saying the same thing, really on the same page as Shawn Fain, saying wages in the tier system. They want wages up. They want the tiered system gone. They were very pleased to see Ford getting rid of the tiered system, and that's what they're going to be out here fighting for today. Devin, big picture here. You talk about redistribution parts. This is where the Teamsters bring in parts here. These men and women sort the parts and get them where they need to go, primarily dealerships. This is meant really to bring the customer in, Devin, because if you're waiting on a part for your GM car and it's not there, you're going to be concerned about that. Back to you.
That's a great point, Sean. Exactly right. All right, more from Sean coming up as we continue through our block of news this afternoon. Let's now get over to a targeted Stellantis facility. That's a warehouse in Centerline where Mara McDonald joins us. More on what she's hearing from the strikers there. Mara.
Hi, Devin. In a word, excitement. Take a look. These workers have been out. Gave the word at. What we've seen play out today is a vast expansion of these targeted strikes, especially here in Michigan. Overall, the UAW has hit 7 Stellantis facilities in Michigan and 6 GM facilities.
It's all solidarity. It's all solidarity, no matter which plant, what location. We presently have 3 locations that's already been out there carrying the heavy loads for all of us. So everyone else has got to help with the load.
In watching Fain's various addresses to the membership over the last 3 weeks, it's clear some supported an all-out strike, shutting everything down at once. But what Fain did was start small. We knew more strikes were coming. The question was how many. The answer today, a lot. Workers here in Centerline at Stellantis' packaging and warehouses share the same optimism we've seen from workers picketing in Wayne. They want to be here, and they don't think this strike is going to last long.
I'm excited. My people are excited. We're ready to take this fight to the company.
Back here live, Devin, I think it's pretty clear that the word today or for the day is parts. That's exactly what the UAW is targeting here. It's not trying to shut down engine plants or anything like that. It is trying to target parts, trying to target the direct customer, meaning I drive a Ford, you drive, other people drive GM and Chrysler. If something happens and you got to go to the dealership, is that part going to be there? Now, these companies have said that they have contingency plans in place. Let's see how this rolls.
Right.
We're live in Centerline. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah, that's what we saw with the first 3 plants, trying to create these pinch points, and now a huge expansion of that. All right, Mara. As the automotive strike dominates national headlines, another UAW strike is still happening here in Michigan. More than 1,000 Blue Cross workers represented by the union have walked off the job after their contract expired last week. The union says it's fighting against job outsourcing and wage disparities. So we'll keep you updated on all of these UAW matters, both on air and online at clickondetroit.com. Head there to see the detailed updates on the talks and where they stand. You can also find an interactive map now showing you every strike location across the country, and they do go from sea to sea now. We'll have more of our team coverage coming up here on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.